Hi everyone, today we're taking a look at our top picks for the best work boots you can get in 2025. We'll run through each boot's key features, safety ratings, and price range so you can figure out which one makes sense for your job, your budget, and your comfort needs. And there's a little bonus for this video. If we hit 1,000 likes, we'll give away any work boot from this list to one lucky viewer. All you need to do is subscribe and leave a comment telling us which pair you'd like to win. Alright, let's get started. Alright, kicking things off, we've got the Redwing Traction Tread Lite. This is a 6-inch wedge sole work boot that's part of Redwing's heritage line, but optimized for lighter daily use. It features premium full-grain oil-tanned leather, a Goodyear welt construction, and a Vibram 430 mini lug sole. That means it's more slip-resistant than standard flat wedge soles, giving you better traction on flat surfaces like concrete and warehouse floors. One thing to note is that the Traction Tread Lite is noticeably lighter than the classic mock toe because it has a pared-down midsole and uses a thinner, flexible sole. There's no steel or composite toe option. This is a soft toe boot, so keep that in mind if your job requires a safety toe rating. It does come with electrical hazard protection EH and meets ASTM F2892 standards for soft toe work boots. Retail price for this model usually starts around $289 depending on the leather color and region. Reasons you might not want this boot: it's designed for lighter duty and comfort. If you're working on rough, uneven ground all day or need maximum puncture protection, you might want to look for something with a thicker lug sole and reinforced toe. Alright, let's move on to our next pick. Now for our best lightweight pick, the Keen Utility San Jose. This is a 6-inch soft toe wedge work boot designed for people who need flexibility and comfort more than heavy-duty ruggedness. It features a waterproof leather upper, depending on the variant, a Keen Luft Cell air-infused midsole for cushioning, and a non-marking rubber outsole that's slip and oil resistant. The cement construction keeps the boot flexible and lightweight right out of the box. No long break-in needed. It's EH rated to ASTMF 2892 standards, and there's also an aluminum safety toe version available if you need extra protection. Retail price for the San Jose runs between $135 and $170, depending on the version and toe type. Reasons you might not want this boot: the wedge sole and smoother tread mean it's best on flat surfaces. If you're doing lots of heavy outdoor work on mud or rocky terrain, you may want something with a deeper lug. Moving right along. For a solid value option, we've got the Brunt Marine 2.0. This is a 6-inch wedge sole boot with barnyard-resistant full-grain leather, a Goodyear welt construction upgraded from the original Marine cement build, and a slip and oil-resistant rubber outsole. One feature people like is Brunt's pre-installed toe and heel caps that help reduce wear if you're bending or kicking your boots off frequently. This model is available with a composite toe or soft toe and is ASTM rated for electrical hazard protection. Retail starts around $139 and goes up to about $199 depending on your choice of toe and height. Reasons you might not want this boot: no steel toe option, just composite or soft toe. Also, the wedge sole is better for concrete and flat ground. If you need a heeled boot for climbing or rugged terrain, this may not be ideal. Next, let's check out something more rugged. Next up is the Wolverine I90 DuraShocks, a boot that's built for heavy-duty all-day wear on tough job sites. This is a 6-inch boot made with premium waterproof full-grain leather and a direct-attach construction that bonds the upper directly to the outsole for flexibility and durability. It features Wolverine's patented DuraShocks slip and oil-resistant outsole, which has shock-absorbing pads in the heel and forefoot to reduce foot fatigue. The I90 comes with a composite safety toe option, is ASTM F2413-18 MICEH, rated for electrical hazard, and has a moisture-wicking mesh lining to help with breathability. Typical retail pricing is around $160 to $180, depending on the variant. Reasons you might not want this boot: the sole tread is moderately aggressive, good for concrete and light outdoor work, but might clog up on very muddy terrain. Also, the direct attach match build can't be resoled like a full Goodyear welted boot. Alright, let's move on to the next one. If you want a boot that's custom built to last for years, the Nyx Builder Pro is a top tier option. This is a fully handmade boot built in the USA using thick full grain leather that's tanned specifically for durability and weather resistance. It uses a true stitch down construction similar to Goodyear welt that makes the boot completely rebuildable and resolable. Nyx offers custom sizing, so you can choose the leather, sole type, and even the height, usually 6, 8, or 10 inches. This boot does not have a built-in safety toe by default, so if you need steel or composite toe, you'll need to check custom options. Also, most Builder Pro models do not have formal slip, oil, or EH ratings. These are built more for carpenters, linemen, or trades that value craftsmanship and fit above certifications. Pricing starts around $529 and can go much higher depending on customizations. Reasons you might not want this boot: the break-in period is significant because of the heavy-duty leather. It's also a major upfront investment. You pay more now, but the trade-off is longevity if you care for them properly. Alright, let's keep moving. Next up, we're taking a look at the Ariat Stone Jumper Waterproof. This one's an 8-inch work boot that combines Ariat's Dry Shield trademark waterproof membrane with a full grain leather upper. It uses a Goodyear welt construction for durability and a slip and oil resistant DuraTread trademark outsole with a medium aggressive tread pattern that works well on dirt, gravel, and mixed surfaces. The Stone Jumper is also ASTM F2 413-18M ICEH rated. That means it's got a composite safety toe, electrical hazard protection, and a cushioned EVA midsole for shock absorption. Ariat is known for its comfort-focused footbed, so if you're on your feet all day in wet or muddy conditions, this boot is made to keep your feet dry and fatigue down. Retail price ranges from $249 to $269, depending on region and size. Reasons you might not want this boot: it's slightly heavier than similar non-waterproof boots, and if you mostly work indoors or in dry conditions, the extra weight and cost of a waterproof membrane might not be worth it for you. Let's check out our next pair. Now, for a classic, we've got the Thorogood American Heritage Mock Toe. This is a 6-inch work boot that's been around for decades, popular for trades like carpentry, electrical, and light construction. It's made in the USA with full grain oil tanned leather, a Goodyear storm welt construction, and a Maxwear wedge slip and oil resistant outsole. It's available with or without a steel safety toe, so you can match what your job requires. This boot also includes EH protection and meets ASTMF 2413 standards when you choose the steel toe version. Pricing generally runs around $245 to $275 depending on toe option and where you buy. Reasons you might not want this boot: the wedge sole is great for flat surfaces like concrete or shop floors, but it doesn't handle mud or rocky terrain as well as a deep lug sole would. Alright, let's check out another heavy-duty option. Next, the Wolverine ReForce is a good choice for those who want ruggedness with everyday comfort. It's a 6-inch boot that features waterproof full-grain leather, a direct attach construction, and a slip, oil, and abrasion-resistant rubber outsole. It comes with a composite safety toe and is ASTM F2413-18M ICEH, rated for electrical hazard protection. Inside, there's a moisture-wicking mesh lining, plus Wolverine's EPX anti-fatigue footbed. This is designed to return energy back to your foot during long shifts. The tread pattern is more aggressive than a wedge sole, but not as deep as a hiking boot. It's a good middle ground for mixed job sites. Price range is around $160 to $180, similar to the I90 series. Reasons you might not want this boot: the direct attach sole can't be resoled like welted boots, so once it's worn through, you're looking at replacement. Also, the fit runs slightly wide for some users. Let's move on. If you prefer a pull-on style, the Carhart Safety Toe Wellington is worth a look. This is a 10-inch boot with a waterproof oil-tanned leather upper, Goodyear welt construction, and a dual-density rubber outsole that's slip, oil, and chemical resistant. It comes standard with a steel safety toe and meets ASTM F2413-18MI CEH ratings. The Wellington style means there are no laces. Good if you're moving between clean and dirty zones quickly. Inside, there's a cushioned insole plus a fast dry lining to wick away sweat. Price runs around $180 to $200 depending on your region. Reasons you might not want this boot: pull-on boots don't offer as snug an ankle fit as lace-ups. So if you need maximum support for climbing or uneven terrain, you may prefer a traditional boot. Alright, last one to wrap up. Finally, if you want solid protection without breaking the bank, the Caterpillar second shift steel toe is a dependable pick. This is a classic 6-inch work boot with full grain leather, a Goodyear welt construction, and a slip, oil, and abrasion resistant outsole. It comes with a steel safety toe and meets ASTM F2413-18MI CEH standards. The second shift is known for basic durability and comfort at a fair price. No fancy shock pads or air cells, but a simple removable PU sock liner gives some extra cushioning. Retail runs around $115 to $130, making it one of the most budget-friendly true work boots that still meets required safety ratings. Reasons you might not want this boot: basic build means less shock absorption than premium models. Also, break-in can feel stiff at first, and the sole is not resolable.